Hello, everyone. How is everyone? Welcome today to Premier Opera Foundation's International Vocal Competition, the virtual finals. My name is Eric Marjorie, founder and president of Premier Opera Foundation, and it's wonderful to have you here today with us, where we will hear 12 amazing young emerging international level talents for you. We will be playing one aria of each of them for you to hear the level of talent that we have for you today. The mission of Premier Opera Foundation is dedicated to the promotion and preservation of the operatic art form through discovering, nurturing, and honoring the most promising up-and-coming opera singers in the world today by enhancing their careers through financial, educational, and ongoing advisory support, and by providing them the opportunity to be artists in creative service through our community-centered performances, which offer cultural exchange and extend outreach, education, and essential therapeutic value to people all over the world. We love to harness the diversity and humanity of our artists and the art form itself. And I believe that you'll be able to hear that in our singers today. With me, I have Premier Opera Foundation board member and general director of Opera Under the Arts, Sung Shin. Sung, it's lovely to have you today. And if you would just say, tell me what you think about how were you first attracted, kind of to Premier and what we've been doing, and what made you want to get involved in the significant way that you have now?
First of all, thank you for having me. I'm very happy, very honored to be here, to be able to co-host with you, the president. And the reason that I am here and that I am happy to be here and that I am happy to join Premier, to have joined Premier, is the fact that I, as a younger singer, many years ago, saw this competition, saw how it thrived, and saw how it rewarded young singers, and I wanted to be a part of that, to help support that, to push that mission forward. And so for that reason, I am here, and I hope that we can do this every year. I think this virtual finals format is such a wonderful thing that we can do. Um, it's difficult to be a singer. It's difficult to travel. It's difficult financially, and for young singers to be able to come online from wherever they are, be it a job, from home with their families, and to be able to compete and win money in order to further their careers. I think that's a wonderful thing, and that I hope that the rest of the industry can also come along with. And because we need the support, everyone needs the support. This life is a very difficult life, and us as foundation people and donors or patrons, whatever we are, we want our money and our efforts to go and funnel into those wonderful young singers who need that, who need the push, who need the validation and the financial support. So yes.
Yeah, that's very true. No, and those are wonderful words. And for those that don't know, we also have had a live component of the competition. So last week we heard somewhere around 140 semifinalists compete live in New York City, and then we crowned our live winners last week. So that happened last week. So those singers who were able to come to New York or live in the East Coast or were able to travel to New York to sing live for casting the jury that we had, which consisted of, amazing casting persons and industry insiders and agents. Those that were able to come to New York were able to, compete there, which was wonderful. And for those that can't, whether they're in a performance or in rehearsal or it's too much for them to travel, this virtual component, as you said, provides another opportunity for them. And, for all the, things that came out of the pandemic, this is something that I think, we could still hold on to as a way to reach more international artists. And this version, this virtual component is in a sense more international in that way, which is I mean, the opera career, the business in general is an international career. And I think, you know, as a young singer coming up and looking into it, you have to look that casting people in theaters and the business itself is very international at the kind of the top level, the higher level, that, presumably we all aspire to. Um,
Absolutely,
so yeah,
absolutely. I think um, we all know that the truth about being a singer is oftentimes you must travel and you must sing wherever you are asked to sing because it is a job and you need to make a living and you want to have all the options that you can possible. And, luckily with this virtual format, you can open yourself to the rest of the world, essentially. That's what is so wonderful about technology and its accessibility to everything and everyone. And so, yes, of course, live is always the best. Live will always be the best form of showing
yeah,
off this art form. We cannot deny that.
yes,
However, that may not necessarily be accessible to everyone because live is right there and only there. And so if we can maximize the use of technology, of the ability to be virtual, we can reach more and bring more of that liveness to the virtual world. And then perhaps the other way around from the virtual, bring more live and bring more audience to the live, attract them to the live. So it's not
yeah.
about, it has to all be virtual. It's about being able to connect all of it as much as we can and reaching out as much as we can, both for the singers, for the casting directors, for the opera houses, and for the audience. And I think we, as at Premiere, as I'm very proud that we are doing such a thing and hopefully pioneering an idea and pushing this kind of way forward to spread that all over opera and give everyone a chance.
Thank you, son. Yes, absolutely. So with that kind of introduction, we wanted to bring on two of our jury members. The first one, we'll bring them on both at the same time. The first one is Dominic Licht, who is um, the casting director and artistic planning at Royal Danish Opera, Copenhagen, and Salzburg Easter Festival. So two major international organizations and houses that he is casting for. He was also with us in New York City. So he, got back to Europe, a few days ago, and now he's with us on the virtual. And we also have Chandler Johnson, who is casting and manager of the Young Artist Program at Santa Fe Opera, major international young artist program that he is part of and with the Santa Fe Opera. So two really in the know in the know persons and very smart people that we're going to bring on right now, and we're going to talk to them a bit. So let me just admit Dominic and Chandler. Hello, Dominic and Chandler. How are you guys?
All right, how are you? Good to
Good,
see you.
good. It's great to have you both here. And I gave you an introduction before and let everyone know, what companies you're part of and what, how informed you are in the business. And I just wanted to start off, and either one of you guys could take it first, but basically, what are you really looking for in young singers in terms of cast? Chandler, you're also casting for young artists. Dominic, more like kind of principal, international main stage. I mean, what are you guys really looking for? What could singers take away from this? What are things that stick out to you in terms of wow, when you really hear an artist that speaks to you, what is it? What are some takeaways that, maybe Chandler, I'll start with you if you don't mind.
Sure, absolutely. I think for me, you know, the first thing I listen for, and not just listening for, whatever I'm listening for, I'm always listening for consistency and productivity of sound in the vocal production. And is it consistent and is it reliable? And I mean, the subjectivity of our field is, do I like it?
Right.
And then for me, once I've determined that, I always ask myself, what are they doing to make the music come alive? Does the singer have the ability to lift the words off the page and tell a convincing story, both vocally and dramatically? And is it rooted in a real human experience? So I think that, those are the places that I start. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, to that point, when we heard the live auditions last week, when someone really comes in, and I've said this before, but when someone really comes in and just like kind of owns the room and really is confident about what they're doing, and then they're really involved in the characterization, and it's almost like the room gets more quiet in a sense because everyone's even listening more intently, and that's how a an artist at a very high level kind of draws us in, you know?
Yeah,
That's kind of
absolutely.
what you're talking about in a way, like, and bringing the words alive off the page in a sense.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. How about you, Dominic?
Well, I just wanted to add, I mean,
Yeah.
it starts before even he opens or she opens the mouth. It's like stepping in, coming in, presentation, all of that, like announcing yourself. Like, what are you going to sing? Do you actually pronounce the opera or the aria in the correct way? Do you actually know what you're going to sing? So that's the main key, I think. But like, and then for me, it's the voice, first of all. And then remember we had a little chat in New York where I said like the European market searches for something else, or not always, but searching for something else than the American market for some parts. It's like here, it's the focus is way more on the director. And I mean, it starts when you're reading a review about an opera here in Europe. You have like that part of the review is going to be about directing, and then that part is about the musicians
Wow.
and the
Yeah.
singers and the orchestra and the conductor. It's sad, but that's how it is. And we have way more directors coming from theater or from movie or anything like that than from an opera background. And so it's, of course, the voice, but second of all, it's the overall presentation. And I'm not saying a singer has to run from the left to the right, or, you sing Leporello and have a little book in your pocket, or you sing Carmen and have a little fan. That's not what I mean. But like, it's all about here to me. It's like an expression without too much show, and where you get the feeling that you can build up something with that person, that you can create something with that person. And I think it's the world famous package, which everyone else is searching for something completely else. But I think it's a combination of all these puzzle little pieces. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Absolutely. Dominic, there were, let's say like a handful of singers that I know that you were very kind of interested in, that you heard live in New York, and without even going into who they were, but what spoke to you about like the singers that we spoke about that you were like, wow, I'm interested in them to potentially do something in the future. Like, what was it about?
With me, it's pretty easy. Either it hits me or it doesn't hit me. After two notes, I'm either interested or not interested. And these singers, and you know who we are talking about, and won't mention any names, but like they had something. It was like some magic in their presentation, in their voice, in their overall, like how they presented themselves. And it needs not much, but it needs those voices, those type of people which just hit me right away. And um, what you said before, it's like virtual will never replace, I think, like the live editions. But on the other hand, virtual is great because, not only for the singers who can't travel a lot and who can't, sing for all these casting directors, it's the other way around as well. It's not us who can travel everywhere all the time and listen to these singers. And so being in New York, it was an amazing experience just to see what is there, and what's the market there, and like who's running around. And then you have like this singer from some university which you've never heard of, but like, man, that's a voice, that's a character stepping out, like hitting you, and you're like, I would have never discovered that person. So I think it's a win-win situation for both sides. But um, it's just, and to be frank, I need the right repertoire by singer. Like,
Oh
we're
yeah,
all
yeah.
talking about young singers, and if a young singer is overestimating herself or himself, then that that is not a good sign to me, because I'm a little bit scared, if I hear like a Brünnhilde and I want to cast actually a Papagena, and I'm pretty sure she's not open for that. So it's a difficult thing, and I think it shows you if you're a smart and an aware singer, if you're singing the right repertoire for your age. I mean, I've worked with this artistic director who's like an icon in Europe, and he always said like, enjoy being young, sing young roles. You will be older at some point, and nobody will buy it from you that you're singing all sudden or Selena. You will sing your older stuff, but as long as you're young, sing the young characters, because that doesn't last too long.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great advice, absolutely, and a great insight. Along with that, Chandler, since Santa Fe is kind of definitely has a huge like training ground for young singers. I mean, what do you guys do, or what could you give insight into like how those artists are trained to like learn to make sure, their rep is right, or because that is a big thing, like repertoire. Someone comes in and they may have a great voice, but like totally singing the wrong rep, or anything with the training aspect. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every season we have about 44 singers that come to us, and they make up the ensemble, and then they cover and sing some supporting and bit roles, and they cover the principal artist. Um, but the training aspect of that, they spend time with myself and the director and the associate director and our chief artistic officer, David Lomeli, in we sit down and we listen to their complete aria package,
yeah.
and we try to say it with love and with and kindness, but it is honesty, which is, this is not right for you, or this is exactly what you should be singing. So why do the other three arias not reflect this? Also, we give suggestions. We all listen for different things. We all kind of come at it from, it's a multi-generational room, if you will. So
Hmm.
it's very nice to also see, what is consistent and what is not amongst the four of us. But also, what is consistent is, like Dominic said, be young. It's okay to be young. It is okay to enjoy singing young, youthful repertoire. Keep that shimmer and that sparkle in your voice as long as you can, because that is what people are interested in. That is the thing that makes people sit up and listen. When the voice is pushed past its means, you're not doing anything helpful for the audience and those listening. We're just kind of going, okay, sure, but it doesn't really speak to the heart of the matter, which is, you are 23, you are even 33, and you already are pushing into, this massive, massive rep. Why?
Yeah.
What do you think that you're actually bringing? What life experience are you really bringing to this role that makes it really special? Um, so yeah, I mean, we spend weeks and weeks and weeks, going through repertoire with them, and then, we also ask them to send us scene ideas. And I've seen things from, I would like to sing the immolation scene, and I'm like, absolutely. And I would like to sing this
Yeah.
messy stuff to people who really understand where they are. And it's so refreshing. And sometimes it's always that pushback of, why was I given this scene? I think that I should be singing this. And we tell them just trust the process. And by the end of it, they're always like, I'm really grateful that I got this scene because it pushed me vocally, or it pushed me dramatically, or I've done this before, but working with
Hmm.
this director and having these new ideas presented to me, that is, what I really needed to come out of my shell and to realize, oh, I can actually stay in this repertoire. I should look at more repertoire that looks like this. So, yeah, the training program I think is incredible at Santa Fe, and I think it is,
Yeah,
you know, it is the model for a reason. I do believe that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and like you said, kind of kindness but honesty. That's always like a good, an important balance, because you want to be able to learn from the people you're working with and trust them, and so we need honesty. Honesty is good,
Yeah,
but with kindness and and with people that the singer trusts,
yeah,
their
exactly.
kind of viewpoint. Sung, do you have anything you'd like to add or ask?
No, I think it's wonderful to hear from you gentlemen. It's great words that I hope many singers can hear and listen, and not just hear but listen and absorb and understand that from this side of the table, as you might say, this is what we are looking for, this is what we're listening for, and it doesn't mean that you have to adjust every little thing you do to 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 apply for every little thing that one person needs. There's many perspectives. It's a very subjective art form, and in the end, what we really want is who you are, to show who you are as a musician, as an artist, as a singer, as a person. And I love this idea about don't sing older than you are. It's great to be young because you're right. You can't control it. You will be older. So just live what you're living, show what you are living as you are now, because I'm sure life is, as I believe, is wonderful as it is, and you can show that to an audience. And then as you get older, that will change. Change is inevitable, and you will experience it, and then you can show that as well. And I myself, in the small amount of time being a singer, experienced that too. I sang something at 17 about love, and now I'm 28 and I have a very different sense of love. I'm married and I'm very happy, but I sang Some Enchanted Evening at 17, not the same way I sing Some Enchanted Evening now, because it means something very different to me. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's about your life and your experience. And I hope that all singers find their voice and their voice as in their voice as a person that they can funnel through their singing to us as not just foundation members or casting directors, but also as audience, because in the end, we are still also audiences. We are still looking for those wonderful singers that inspire us and make us want to keep on doing what we are doing.
yeah, yeah. And it is, like we said, it is subjective. I mean, every theater has kind of like, or every kind of region of the world has kind of like, their own kind of, I don't know, idea of what they want to see on stage in a sense, Like, right, Dominic. I mean, yeah, I feel like, when I compare, when I talk to you and then I talk to, let's say like a casting person from the United States who was in the live auditions, there's similarity, but then there's also, difference in maybe, how you view a voice in a role or, things like that.
Well, yeah, and here it adds as well, I mean, we are in Germany and Austria and Switzerland combined. That's the biggest ensemble history, and like every house has its ensemble. So the most positions you can find for an opera singers are over here. And if you're an ensemble of a theater, it's not only you sing opera, you sing operetta, you sing musical, because you have to do that in your contract, and therefore it needs so much more than only a nice voice at the end of the day. It needs personality, it needs like encouragement, it needs language. Language is so important, and I always feel like that's like sometimes is a huge lack for singers as well. And so, but like saying all of that, like with young singers and the right repertoire and everything, it's it's unfortunately sometimes I have the feeling, and not to be bitter, but like it's too late if we say that. I wish it would start way earlier at university so that the universities give them the right package to audition, and
Yeah.
therefore I would ask almost that universities invite casting directors, invite, people from a theater, from an opera company to talk to the students, like, how is life out there? What's the market like? What do they need? What's the right package for them? Because I have the feeling that over 50% have the wrong package, and it's not their fault. I mean, they can sing that stuff, they can sing the aria. They could never sing the role, but they are not thinking that way because they simply don't know. So I
Mm.
think it's a whole different topic, and it's like not part of this competition, but I think it could be an aspect as well, to put more thought into that
Yeah.
as well. And then it's, Chandler and I and all these people out there get like the right. We do not have to teach them what's right or wrong for them. They should actually already know it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a profession, I mean, if you study medicine and become a surgeon, I'm pretty sure you're not coming out of university and restart thinking, how is that working? Like, how do I, operate on a heart, or what do I do there? Like, you should know it already. And it's like in our profession, it's like, oh yeah, you will learn it out there on the market. No, it shouldn't be that way. You need the money, you need an engagement, and therefore you have to be ready. And that's a huge lag to me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I think what you said also sets apart those who are ready and those who I, you know, for lack of better words, are not. And you
Hmm.
you see those young singers that are singing the right repertoire, singing with healthy technique, providing us with clear text, diction, but also, there's a story underneath it all, and you're like, they're ready. But then you see people that are trying so hard to be something, and you're like, yeah, you have some of the ingredients, but it's just not coming together. And I think that that's, sadly, where I agree with you, university could come into play of helping people shape the right decisions early on to know what is actually right for you, what is actually good for you to sing, what is actually, the right path for you, So I second that wholeheartedly.
And that whole conclusion is coming back to your first question, Eric, of today. It's like, what am I looking for? I'm looking exactly for these singers who know exactly where they stand, who know exactly what they do, and who actually really know what they're capable of.
Hmm. Yeah. To know what you're capable of. Yeah. And you know your strengths and your weaknesses, in that regard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, this was fabulous. I really appreciate it. Dominic and Chandler, really. It was a true pleasure, and to have, kind of like an international component and a US domestic component, and both at great companies, and, with, great experience. And just, I'm sure you guys have heard hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of singers. So the perspective is great. So that's amazing. And the perspective of what you're looking for, what we're talking about is wonderful. So thank you guys very, very much. I really
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
And if I may
guys.
My
say,
pleasure.
I hope that Manhattan School of Music or Juilliard or any school that I have seen. I've went to the Hart School. I've went to Queens College, Aaron Copland School of Music, the smaller ones as we can call them. Up and down, all the way through, they could all use the perspectives of wonderful gentlemen like you, Mr. Chandler Johnson and Dominic Leake. Like the singers can all use them. Every
Yeah.
single one of them can use your perspectives and learn more from understanding what it's like in the real world. And I hope that someone out there hears this today and says, maybe it's time for us to hire Chandler Johnson to come to Manhattan School of Music, or for Dominic to come to Manhattan School of Music and speak with our singers. I truly hope that.
Wow. Oh, Song, are you going to get a commission on this?
Uh, if I do, great. But It's for the
Nice.
singers, for the singers.
No, it's true. And look, there are some, it's just like there are some schools that, but they're just is not they're not enough, you know, and for all these singers that are really in this, you know, conservatories or schools, like it really is important for sure. So
Definitely.
thank you, gentlemen, both so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
And congratulations
Thank
to
you and
our
happy holidays.
Yes,
finalists.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank
So, Sung, that was great. So with that, um, I mean, that was just like the perspective was, you know,
So
you
great.
know, I want to
Yeah,
promote, even though, you know, there's people listening in, but we need to kind of promote that, even just if we take it as a kind of a little clip, you know, and put it out there on social media and things, because I think
definitely.
it was a great
Definitely.
conversation
Yeah.
in that
I
way, you
think
know?
there's so many clippable moments from what they said that I would
Yeah,
love to see on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, and for the singers to see like this is the perspective from within, and
yeah,
it's not it's not information that's being hidden, or at least it should not be hidden from anyone. It should be available to every singer, everyone who wants to be a singer, and perhaps even for those who are just interested in what life is like for a singer to spread that knowledge and spread that information and give
yeah.
everyone the equal chance that they all deserve to succeed in this career. So yes, I was that was a wonderful conversation that we got to have, and let's talk later about bucketing some of it out, perhaps.
Absolutely. So with that, we'd like to present the virtual finalists. And if you're on YouTube right now, within the YouTube description, there actually is a digital program. So you could click on that description and click on the link for the program. You'll be able to read more about the foundation. If you're interested in possibly donating, there's links there. You'll be able to see who our past winners were over the past 7 years. This is now our seventh year of the competition. And so we're going to play one aria of each of the singers continuously. So you won't see us for the next, let's say, 55 minutes or so. We're going to play each one back to back, and then we'll come back on. And for some of the singers that can be on with us, we'll talk with them briefly. And then we'd like to announce the virtual finalist winners. So with that, I will do some mechanisms here. Song, I'll see you again in about 50 minutes or so, but we'll play all the arias. And then we'll come back on.
See you soon.
Okay, let me set this up here.
de ma mémoire un nom maudit ce nom qui m'obsède et pourquoi c'est l'office. Mon Dieu, de votre flamme purifiez mon âme et dissipez en l'ombre qui passe son corps dans les voiles mon cœur fuyez douce image comme mon âme loin de moi, loin de moi, loin de moi. Ne me quitte pas, sinon Dieu te fâche mille. Hélas, vous m'avez tourné vers l'enfant votre compassion, que vous ne pouvez sauver de lui susciter cette simple estime que vous donnez à la porte de laquelle votre égard que douceur et tendresse, mais je ne suis plus ce petit lièvre. Je suis une fée Carmel qui va souffrir pour vous et à laquelle je voudrais vous demander de passer comme un compagnon de car nous allons combattre chacun notre manière, et la mienne en ses risques et ses périls, comme la vôtre. Oh ma mère, j'ai pas monté, je sais pas qui je suis. Hélas, j'étais si heureuse et de pitié, que Dieu me pardonne.
Captain Ahab, I must speak with you. Sir. Ah, he is sleeping. He would have shot me. There's the very musket he pointed at me. Loaded, and powder in the pan. He would have killed me with the very thing in my hands. Why would he fain kill all his crew? My soul swears this ship will come to deadly harm. What cares Ahab? Is there no other way, no lawful way? Make him a prisoner to be taken home. Wrest the old man's living power from his own hands. Only a fool would try it. The men have found thy vows. I know of us Ahabs. Oh Lord, is it murder to strike a would-be murderer in his bed? Oh Lord, what shall I do? One touch and stomach may survive to see his wife and child again. Return to them alive. Oh Mary, oh my boy, great God, where art thou? Que de richesse Courtisan, Käse, qui
Wow, that was incredible. 12 amazing singers. And we hope you followed along with the program, which had their names, where they're from, and the arias that they were singing. We're very, very happy about that, to be able to present, these singers, from just their YouTube videos and their submissions. Um, so Sung, what'd you think about some of that singing?
Some of it, all of it, of course. I mean,
Yeah,
it's great that we could hear them from our homes, from wherever we are. This talent is fantastic. I'm glad we could hear that from just a computer screen away. You know.
absolutely. And some of the finalists, obviously come from all over. We have one of the tenor was from Ukraine. We have a soprano from Australia. A lot of places represented, which was very interesting. Mezzo from China. Uh, you could also view that on the program as well, which is very nice. Um, so we have some of our finalists here in the waiting room, and what we'd like to do now is bring them in and we'll chat with them a little bit, just to see about their experience, what they're up to. And then from there, we'll also announce our winners of this 2023 virtual component of the Premier Opera Foundation International Vocal Competition. So let me admit the finalists who are able to be with us. Again, some can't because they're in rehearsal or they're in another time zone where it's not functional right now, or they're not in good Wi-Fi service, what have you. But we're trying to get as many as we can right now. So let me admit everyone. Oh, great. Well, hello,
Hello,
everyone.
everyone.
Good to see everyone. Really, I first I wanted to say thank you so much for, being part
Great.
of, this competition, and
Well,
for
hello,
Hello,
everyone.
everyone.
hello, hello. And for submitting, your video, submitting yourself to be presented to our jury, to the casting people that were able to hear you, to the agents, the industry persons that were able to view your video as part of our jury. So I don't know if we can we just go around quickly and, please, um, say your name, where you're from, and kind of what you're up to right now. Maybe, you're in a rehearsal or you're just at home practicing, anything like that. Why don't we start with Quinn? I see her on my screen first. Hi, Quinn.
Hi there. I'm Quinn. Good to see everybody, and everybody sounded great. Congratulations. Yeah, I have been like super busy this fall, so I'm finally getting like a little bit of relaxing time after a crazy audition season and everything. So just got back from New York on Friday and getting ready to, my cat is yelling at me, but getting ready to have a pretty relaxing Christmas season here and then start up again in the new year.
Great, wonderful. Thank you, Quinn. Michael, I see you next. Michael Butler.
Hi. I am today. Hi, John. Uh, Today I'm just I'm teaching, doing that Muggle job kind of thing. I just finished a semester doing an artist diploma in opera studies at Juilliard. So that's been fun, and excited to be here.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Paige.
Hi, yes, my name's Paige. I live in Los Angeles right now. I just finished up at FGO. I was there for 2 seasons, and I'm currently auditioning, etc. And right now, I am at my church job, and so I told them I will be right back. The real life,
Right,
on West
exactly.
Coast.
Right.
But
Yes,
thank you so
exactly.
much. It's been really fun to be a part of this.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jonathan's next, but also if you guys want to speak to, like, obviously, maybe some of you couldn't be in New York at this time, or you have other things going on. So if you want to speak to the idea of like submitting videos to a competition, which, there's not many that offer this as an option. If that was, of interest to you, obviously, but being able to showcase your videos to, part of our jury, the casting persons that are involved, and anything relative to that, if you're interested in speaking about, we'd love to hear too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
Paige. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I can add. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the West Coast. I know some of us are international. I'm not international, but being in LA, there actually aren't a ton of auditions that come through here, as you'd assume.
Yeah.
And so it was really nice to be able to submit virtually. I was going to be in New York like the day after the live version, but I had an audition elsewhere. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to have this virtual availability.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you for that. Yeah. Please, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll add to that really quickly that I was just in a show recently and it was all the way until December 10th was our closing. So I was just unable to do any auditions before then. And that was really kind of frustrating, but work is great to have. And so I was really glad to get the opportunity to submit, and just the opportunity for the panel to hear me sing was amazing because it's such a great group of people, and I'm
Yeah.
glad to be exposed to them.
Yeah, and it's always interesting, when I was singing more, you have a gig in December, but like there's a lot of auditions like around, like especially in New York, like in December, and it's like, wow, I got this really great gig, but I'm going to miss a bunch of auditions. So how will that potentially affect like maybe future work? So I got to try to, balance that out. It's tough, but we do the best we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Jonathan, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, I'm Jonathan Patton. I'm a second year K Fritz Young artist with Washington National Opera. So I'm kind of based in DC right now. So I can't get to New York, but I mean, to speak about online finals, I mean, I couldn't make it to the actual finals themselves because, shows, work, life, living the dream. So I think, and I mean, opera's always catching up, especially on the technological side, and
Yeah, yeah,
feels like this is a great step. I mean, you get so much more exposure just using the technology we have. Like, why would we not? I love it.
yeah.
Great, thank you.
Bronwyn, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes, that's right. Yes, I'm Bronwyn. I'm in Australia. It's currently 5:45 in the morning, so
Oh boy,
I'm
wow.
home. And it's been great to be able to submit and be part of this competition because, exactly as you say, it's really difficult when you're working to try and then fit in things, especially when you're so far away, and it's a bit more of a time investment to actually go somewhere and get over jet lag and everything. We're currently doing a ring cycle here, and I've been really lucky to be covering Sieglinde in Die Walküre. So we had our last performance of that last night. So yeah.
Wow, and you still sound fresh voice in your speaking voice.
Oh,
Good.
thank you. That's very kind.
Great. No, that's great to have you. Uh, Adia,
You got it.
I got
Hi.
it.
I'm sorry for my stopped up nose. I have a sinus infection. But I'm here in Baltimore. I just got home for the holidays. I got finished with a Messiah in Dayton prior to this, and some traveled internationally to Tbilisi, Georgia, right before that. So I have
Oh,
been.
the competition there?
Yes. So I did. So I'm particularly grateful not to have to travel to New York with a sinus infection, nor having gotten off all these planes. And I particularly appreciate having videos that we submitted rather than having to perform virtually, as we had to do sort of in the early COVID days, where we had to figure
Yeah.
out sort of a pianist and a tech setup that made the most sense. So I'm really grateful for that and for such an amazing panel and to be included with all of you, so many familiar faces and friends. Hi, everybody, and
Yeah,
congratulations.
it's good to see you. Yes. No, thank you for that. Yeah, in the first year we did virtual, we did it whereby the singers who made it to the finals had to then have the setup and do that whole thing. And it was good, but it's kind of we have more control over the way things, sound and Wi-Fi and all that stuff just through the videos that you guys also have worked hard on. So it's better that way for sure. Kelsey, how are you?
Hi. First of all, bravi tutti. You guys sound incredible, and it's it's an honor to be among you all. So yeah, I'm Kelsey, and I'm in Frankfurt, Germany, and it's quite late, hence the dark mood lighting. But yeah, so I'm in Frankfurt. I'm an ensemble member here, and it's fabulous to be a part of a virtual competition like this because it can be quite difficult to get away to do competitions, especially with short notice deadlines and such. So having this opportunity to be able to be here at home and then start rehearsals the next day, tomorrow, in a new production, it's a great opportunity. So thank you for doing this.
Yeah, no, Kelsey, and if I can, so you're originally from the US, but now you're in the studio. Can you tell us about how that processed for you? How'd that work out for you? How'd you make that come to be?
Yeah, so I am from San Francisco. I went to Juilliard, and straight out of Juilliard, I was offered this contract to join the Opern Studio here in Frankfurt.
Right.
And I was extremely lucky to be offered a Fest position at the very beginning of the pandemic. So I've been here since then and been training and getting a lot of repertoire under my belt.
Great.
Yeah.
No, that's great to hear. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Andre.
Hello.
Hello.
To see you and hear you. So I'm here in Berlin. I'm in Deutsche Oper Ensemble and had a few shows just a few days ago. And tomorrow I have another show for Rigoletto. So I couldn't have traveled to New York for sure. But I'm really glad that worked out, and especially with this possibility to just send video, because technically I could have done the live audition streaming today, but it was just a coincidence that the date of the finals was moved a little bit. Otherwise, I could have, by this time, I would be on stage performing something.
Right. Okay, good. No, that's great to hear.
Well, if you weren't here online, we wouldn't have been seeing this this fascinating background you got going over there too. This lighting setup. I think
It's
you
a
got, I
nice
don't know if it's the
setup.
moon or a lighting setup, whichever it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. No. Bravo. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And hi, Ilana, how are you?
Hi,
How's
I'm
everything where you
Ilana.
are?
I'm good. I'm in Paris right now. I'm in the ensemble here at Paris Opera, and I am in rehearsals for Adriana Lecouvreur.
Wow.
I had a very interesting situation where I was in New York for the semifinal, so I was able to sing live, but then had to come back to Paris because we were starting rehearsals last week. So I'm grateful that I was able to be put into the virtual finals instead and still have a
Yeah.
chance to compete. So I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Tell us, because I remember hearing you when you were at Mannes. Tell us about how you were able to go from Mannes Conservatory in New York to now being in Paris and that whole thing. I think it's always interesting to hear how that kind of transpired.
Yes, so I was a young artist here in 2019, and it was my second year of my master's at Mannes, and I just took the audition, and then my life completely changed, and I was a young artist here for 2 years and was freelance last season, and then now they've started the ensemble and they offered me a Fest position. So
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Mhm.
That's great to hear. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, Ihor.
Oh,
How are
sorry.
you?
Hello. My name is Igor. I'm doing well, and I'm in Paris as well. I'm from Ukraine originally, but I also studied in Canada, so I did a bit of traveling. And I'm in the young artist program of Paris Opera, and I couldn't have traveled because we were doing production of Enfant Sortilège, which was a young artist production at the Opera House, and but I'm very thankful for this opportunity because it's amazing to be able to submit a video recording and and have this opportunity to sing for such a great team of people. And bravo to everybody for your wonderful singing and artistry. It was a pleasure to hear everybody singing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's great to have you very much. And Hong Ni, how are you? Where are you at? Tell us.
Hi everyone, my name is Hong Mi and I'm living in London. I was in the Royal Danish Opera, was doing Suzuki there. Just come back home 2 days ago. So thank you so much for having me for this wonderful opportunity so we can do it online, because that time I wasn't be able to do it. And I've heard so many good things from my friends who did the competition in the past. And so I was like, I have to do it this year. And still I had this great opportunity to do it. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No, yeah, Song, go ahead.
I just wanted to give Michael a chance to say something as well. Though I believe you were in New York, but still you were doing the virtual, and I wanted to see if you had anything you'd like to say about doing the virtual competition yourself, as we did kind of skip you, unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I am in New York, but life happens. And so everyone in this wonderful group seems busy in their own ways, and my busy just happened to correspond with not being able to do the live finals. So I'm really thankful to Eric for pioneering this cool virtual opportunity. And it's so cool to hear from everyone all across the world in all these awesome jobs.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. I think it's really cool. I mean, like the fact that, we need to recognize continually that, opera is definitely like an international business. And it's like, sometimes we're isolated in our conservatories, wherever they are, or, music programs. And it's like really, opera is truly international. And, I like that, the fact that there are so many different perspectives. We could each sing the same aria, but like, someone who comes from, China versus someone who comes from Ukraine versus someone who comes from South Korea or what have you, everyone has a different perspective and their own like life experience to bring to that piece, which is really cool. Like we could probably, all the mezzos could sing the same aria, all the sopranos could sing the same aria, but like it would be totally different in the way that you guys kind of interpreted it or presented it, which is really cool. And that's why that, people go to the theater, and some people, the real hardcore fans will go to the theater and hear like all the performances or all the cast so that they could get a different perspective, of the singers. So I think that's really cool and something that's unique to like kind of our business of opera. So does anyone have anything else they'd like to say? I think, we'd like to announce who, the winners of the virtual component are. But Song, if you have anything to add, or if anyone here has anything to add, we'd love to hear it now. Song, what do you think?
No, I'm just glad, and thank you to all the singers who are here, and thank you to the singers who aren't here still. But I'm sure, as we all know, that like the reason why we're doing this virtually is because you're busy, and that's why you're also probably unable to attend. But still, thanks for singing for us. Thank you for sending us your videos and showing yourself to us, because that's the difficult thing. This is that career, and being a singer, you have to show who you are, and that's never an easy thing to do, no matter how often you do it, no matter how much you do it for the rest of your life. So thank you for being here and chatting with
Yeah.
us. Thank you for your kind words about Premiere, and for doing this competition and showing us hopefully what you feel was your best self.
Yeah, and that was something interesting when we spoke with Dominic and Chandler, two of the jury members who are casting directors, that really the most important thing when it comes down to it is that they see who you are, who we are when we get on stage, and it's truly after, hearing hundreds of auditions live and virtually, that's what really speaks to a casting person, to an audience member, just an average going audience member, that's how, they're moved. And you guys know that. It's just important to, continually, suggest and put out there that, be yourselves, put yourself forward, and show your life experiences through your art. And that's what really, you know, makes the art form what it is. And, it's the full comprehension of the human experience. So with that, we would like to first of all, thank you to our amazing jury, who has scored throughout. You guys have each submitted 2 videos, but we've only heard one here today. So they have had the luxury of hearing, 2 of your videos, and then also, this kind of presentation as well. And so first of all, we'd like to say any finalist that doesn't win a main award will get $250 as an honorarium. So that's a good thing. A small token of appreciation for being in the competition and getting to this point. And with that being said, we'll have 3 encouragement awards, and we'll go up from there. So our first encouragement award of $500 will go to tenor from the USA, Michael Butler. So Michael, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great, wonderful. Our second encouragement award, also for $500, will go to Ukrainian baritone Ihor Mostovoy.
Thank you very much.
Bravo. We have our final encouragement award for $750, and that will go to Australian soprano Bronwyn Douglas.
Thank you so much.
Brava.
Grazie.
So now we have third, second, and first. So our third place winner of this virtual component of our 2023 competition is Paige Michaels, soprano from the USA, for $1,000. So brava.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Beautiful, brava. And our second prize for $1,500 goes to Russian tenor Andrei Danilov.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you.
And our first prize for $2,500 goes to Chinese mezzo-soprano Hong-Ni Wu.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yes, guys. So those are our winners here. And honestly, whether it's great to be a main prize winner and have a nice, kind of financial award, but truthfully, getting to this point, and there was a lot of submissions, and getting to this point, and having your videos presented to these jury members is great. I mean, I've already spoken to a few of them, ones who were live with us in New York, and then throughout the virtual hearings, that they're definitely interested in following up with a few of you guys. So that, I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's kind of like is what one of the main things that we kind of try to have. It's not only kind of a competition where yeah, there's competitions who give away more money, and we'd like to get to that point too, as we continue to build, but it's also an opportunity where people who could actually cast you and help move your career forward. And that's what we're going to try to help do by continuing to post on social and put you forward when we get responses from the casting people and feedback and all that. And that's another component that's kind of cool. We have kind of written feedback that we'll provide if any of you guys want it, as well as the semifinalists as well. But there was another option where we'll actually meet, and we'll have a 25-minute session live, and we'll get to have a live feedback session for some of you that had that kind of as an add-on to your submission. So that's kind of cool. But really, I'd love to like, get out there and say, yeah, like give you guys a hug and say like congratulations. It's tough through this medium, but I'm glad we were able to have it. So really congratulations to you all. And thank you so much for being here. And we'll be in touch further with you about things. And also, we're going to be having a winners concert, a winners slash finalist concert in the new year. And if you're able to come to New York and be part of that, we'll be in touch about that. But we love to have you. We're gonna try to have it at a nice kind of Lincoln Center type venue, and it'll be another opportunity to present yourself, and we'll have invited guests to the winners concert and things like that. So we'll be in touch about things like that. But really, wherever you are, in all these places that you've mentioned where you are, be safe and sing pretty and just have a wonderful time, and continue to give of yourself, and let your voice be heard and let yourself be heard through this great art form. So thank you guys so much. Sung, hang on, because we'll wrap it up together. But thank you guys, finalists, so much, and winners for being here. Truly appreciate your time and your
Thanks,
voices.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bravi, thank you.
Grazie.
So, Sung, I mean,
Right.
I just want to like, eh, it's fantastic, and I'm glad we've been able to do this in this way. I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that we're super excited to continue to build our board and people like you involved in the organization, and moving things forward. And we're honored with this first year we were able to get an official corporate sponsor, which is Paris Baguette Bakery Cafe. They're all over the world, really. And
Everywhere, yeah.
yeah, we're honored to have them on board. And it so happens that the kind of their North American CEO is a great opera lover, and kind of we met and hit it off, and he kind of helped facilitate this sponsorship in a way. And it's really great because, again, this is a way we're going to be able to continue to move forward. And anyone listening out there, we have the program in the YouTube link. You could check it out. We're official 501(c)(3). If you'd like to be part and help donate or be part of the organization in any way, or have any ideas to help us move forward, to move forward, that means like to have even more opportunities for our winners, to potentially have the winners concert at a nice Lincoln Center venue. Maybe one day, to have the Live in New York City finals concert done with orchestra, things like that. Continue to build it in that way. And if you'd like to be part, of that in some way, even just write us an email, let us know, info@premieroperafoundation.org. And, our website, www.premieroperafoundation.org. So check us out there. And, I think we're doing some good things, and we're continuing to move forward. You know, and kind of these singers and what we did live in New York. We also have the live stream of the finals that we did in New York. The Live in New York City finals is also on YouTube. You could check that out. There were 12 different amazing singers there as well, ones that could be in New York. And that was very exciting. Sung, what do you think?
Great. I'm so happy that my first year here at Premiere was, in my mind, such a success. To see it all, to be a part of it all, and I like I said, I was happy to join your board, happy to join this organization to also push the organization forward and push opera forward, push these singers forward. It's all about, keeping to get everyone going, keep on going, and keep it growing, and, especially right now, things with opera are so difficult. It's a difficult time, financially and socially and or whatever, what have you. So I do implore that if you can donate, you please do. This art form needs it more than anything right now. It's whatever, whoever is doing anything right now is so necessary. There's not a lot that is being done right now, not a lot that can be done, places that are in a way falling apart. And we cannot, whatever we do, we cannot let that go all the way down to zero. We cannot, we need to continue to move forward as a whole. And so that's why I'm happy to be here to help someone, anyone who wants to take this mission and take opera and help bring it forward. I want to help them too. And so I ask that you join us in that mission as well. And supporting obviously these wonderful, talented young singers because they're everywhere. They really are, and they won't go
Yeah.
away so long as opera is alive, which will be always. And they will always need help. They will always, need support because it takes a village. That goes for anything in life, but the singing it really does take a village. And the foundations that are out here hopefully are parts of the village that can help push all these wonderful, talented artists forward and to the spotlight that then shows off how wonderful this art form is.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it's true. Like, I mean, just on opera as a whole, you don't necessarily need to be like an opera lover or an opera obsessor to experience a great time viewing an opera in theater. I mean,
Mm.
it is a universal art form. It really is. And I mean, whether the singers are singing, in Italian, French, German, Russian, what have you, um, there's universal emotions in these great stories that were told, that were written, and there's just amazingly intense, passionate, beautiful music that's put over it. But the stories are universal.
Yes,
Most of them, many of them, almost all of them, you
yes,
know.
yes.
Um, and I feel like uh we want, similar things for the art form, just for it to continue to thrive and for, the best young talent to continue to move forward and be supported, but also the talent that is really continuing to work. We want to provide like, more master classes and opportunities for those singers who are maybe not ready for the kind of this level they're working towards it. So provide opportunities where we'll be able to do more master classes and more type of, career development seminars. Because, like I said before, I mean, to be able to have access to the two casting persons that we did basically on the beginning of the call was fantastic. It's like invaluable information. And maybe we've heard it, before or parts of it before, but to actually hear it from quote the horse's mouth, that's like it makes it more, serious, more
More
it
real
has
for
more,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, in a way.
you know.
Yes. I agree, and I love that part of your mission to be able to bring more than just obviously the money is fantastic, but and you need it, but to be able to get these classes and to be able to get a chance to sing for more and just to be able to sing, as a singer, I truly believe that you have to just sing. You need to sing, and obviously not to the point of debt or anything like that if you can help it, but if you can sing, you should sing. If you have a chance to sing, you got to sing. That's what you do, and you want to get every experience of that as you can. And for a foundation to try to help bring that opportunity in every which way possible, I think is a wonderful thing, and I would love to continue to support that as well as your board member. And I hope that others see that and would like to support us in that as well, because it's not it is a big a big task and a big goal
It
and a
is.
lot of
It's
things.
not easy, and
Yeah.
to that point, it really does take like a group of people, a village, who see the mission and see the vision and are lovers of the art form, that are like, yeah, I mean, they're doing something good, we'd like to support it, and
Yes, we are
it
trying to
takes
do
a
something good.
commonality, a
Yes.
village, of people who have the same like-minded interest
Hmm.
in voices or in the art form or in just kind of the the way of that opera is, in any of that.
Hmm.
Um, but listen, I mean, this was great, and I
Yes.
hope everyone out there enjoyed it. And please, I mean, we'll, go to our Instagram page, our Facebook page. we'll post more about these singers. You'll be able to follow them on their own Instagram and social media. And we'll be sending this video out. We have a big mailing list. We'll be sending this video out to our mailing list as well as the Live in New York City component. And once again, thank you guys so much, for being here, for listening, for supporting these singers. Thank you for the singers again for, giving of yourself, giving of your voice, giving of your time. And we hope, to, have supported you in this way and continue to do so. Be in touch with us, and we'll do what we can, continually to try to help and, put you in contact with people or, help progress in any way, that we can. So with that, Sung, thank you so much for being here as well. You're wonderful.
Pleasure.
It's great to have you as part of the
Thank you.
team.
Thank you.
And to our jury members and to everyone that's been involved. And again, to our sponsor, Paris Baguette, go get a pastry while you're at it.
I recommend the strawberry lemon croissant.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful.
I shouldn't have so much more, but it's the holiday season. It's what it is.
No, and they have wonderful holiday kind of donuts and desserts and cakes. So you'll
Yes.
see that on our social as well. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we'll be in touch soon. And thank you for your time. Okay. Ciao,
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone. See you,
Bye-bye.
Eric.
Bye-bye.